So, hi everybody, it's Nikki here and welcome to my channel. Today we have a makeup video. So today it is time for Noughts and Crosses. So this is a project pan that I do with my good friend Charlotte, and we've finished round one. I won. And we are using a 9-pan palette or 9 pans of shadows to play Noughts and Crosses, or for you Americans out there, tic-tac-toe. And yeah, we're trying to hit pan 3 in a line to win the game. I won round 1, and so we've moved on to our second round, and I am using the I Heart Revolution Lucky palette, and Charlotte is actually using 1/2 of an 18-pan palette, also by Revolution. So yeah, we're on to round 2. So this is our first update of the second round. And I can tell you, I've made not much progress at all. No pans as of yet, which is to be expected. It's only the first update. This shade here already had a bit of a dip in it. So I did make the rule for myself personally that I could not hit pan in this shade first. The general rule is that neither of us can hit pan in the middle shade. That's a rule that I've always had growing up playing Noughts and Crosses. You were never allowed to put your first nought or cross in the center square. It had to be on one of the outer squares first. So we have that rule in our Noughts and Crosses project pan as well. But I've also given myself the rule that I cannot pan this shade because it already had a dint in it, like a bit of a so yeah, lost my train of thought then. So I have used this a couple of times. I think I used it 2 or 3 times. Oh, helicopter. Okay, I have used this about 2 or 3 times just in the last fortnight. Completely forgot about it for the first half of the month. I've been using this yellow shade as like a transition shade in the crease, so I do have a little bit of usage on there. I will say though that because it is yellow, I have to be really careful with it, because if I don't put enough on, it kind of looks like a bruise, like I have like the end of a black eye situation going on. So weird. So I do have to really try and pack that on to really try and get that yellow to come through quite strongly. Otherwise, as I say, it just looks like a faded bruise, you know, when your bruise turns to that sickly yellow greenish color. But this is the star of the show. This is an absolutely stunning color. It's so pretty, so vibrant and gorgeous. And I've been using that on the inner half of my eye, and I do have a little bit of a dip going. I don't know if you can see. But yeah, I do have a bit of a dip going. I've also tried using this colour just the once, but I didn't like that. I didn't like that as a transition colour at all. I will say this is a very difficult palette to use on its own because we only have this yellow and this light blue, which, as I say, I didn't like at all. As transition shades. This brown at the bottom here is just too dark as a transition shade, and then you've also got the dark green, but again it's too dark for a transition shade. So my choices literally are a blue, which I don't really like. I don't really like having that blue in my transition shade. I just didn't like the way it looked. Or a faded bruise. So not really, like, I would have liked a like a light tan brown or something, in this palette. I would have replaced the blue with a light tan brown or something. That would have been much, much better. I say it's blue, it's kind of like a greenish blue. But I just don't like it. I don't like it very much at all. So I don't know how I'm gonna hit pan on that one. But this shade I have actually used, but I only used it as an inner corner highlight, and my God, it pops. It really pops. So I'm trying to be gentle with it and not dip my brush in the same place each time. So I'm kind of working on this side so that I'm not working in the same place, so I don't hit pan first there. But yeah, I've also used this darker shade as well. I think the only shade I haven't actually used are the top two greens here. I haven't used those two colours as of yet. But yeah, I'm really, really liking this palette. I am confident going forward that I can hit pan in some of these shades. I think the yellow might be the first one because I use that as the transition colour. It's the only colour I can use for a transition really, for my preferences. So I think that will be one of the first shades that I hit pan on. But I love green. Green is my favourite colour, so I'm not mad about having to wear green on my eye quite a lot. So yeah, that is my first update for round 2 of Noughts Pans Crosses with my good friend Charlotte. I will link her channel for you in the description box down below, so please do check her out to see how she is doing with her 9-pan palette, or her half of a 18-pan palette that she is panning in this second round. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. Has my tea cooled down now? Nope, still hot.